Last week, the Institute of Medicine recommended that the Obama administration have private health insurance companies pay for contraception, so women would have access to affordable contraception, pap smears, those types of services. Well, Bill O'Reilly talked about it on his show, and he had an interesting statement to make about women who do get pregnant. So let's watch.
So you, of course, as a liberal, have to agree that all birth control for all women should be paid for by the government, correct?
Absolutely, because when you're talking about cost, Bill, the cost up front is very little in comparison to the cost in the long run.
$4 billion a year, Leslie. That's not little. $4 billion.
No, the cost in the long run, the savings in the long run will be greater because, as you know, about half of the pregnancies right now are unplanned, unwanted. There are going to be less abortions. There are going to be less people on welfare, less people on Medicaid, less people on food stamps, less health issues for the woman and the child, less foster care.
I hate to say it goes back to our previous segment. Many women who get pregnant are blasted out of their minds when they have sex. They're not going to use birth control anyway.
So he's referencing a study that they were talking about that mentioned that 1 in 5 people still binge drink, even when they're not in college, right? So he's making that reference, but obviously he's so wrong. So it's going to cost $4 billion a year to provide free contraception. You know, United States spends $11 billion a year in helping women who have unwanted pregnancies.
Okay, and that doesn't even take into account all the costs that come after that, right? And which is gigantic. And second of all, what kind of idiotic argument is we shouldn't fund birth control because some women get drunk and don't use it? Well, then shouldn't we encourage them to use it more? Okay, but that would require logic, and that's where Bill O'Reilly runs into some issues.
Or also on that same vein of thought, that same thought process. Oh, you know, it's similar to the war on drugs. You know what, when people are high, they commit crimes. So when people have unprotected sex, they're drunk. No more alcohol in this country. We have to outlaw it again.
Yeah, that's a good point, because prohibition worked really well last time. What do you think, Bill?
You know, another example would be, college students get drunk. They binge drink all the time. So let's get rid of higher ed.
Yeah, definitely. Get rid of college students. I mean, all those people getting drunk and getting laid at frat parties, if you just ban that, you'll all be set. Birth control, who needs it? Okay. I'm always amazed at their lack of logic.